It's the National Football League on EA Sports. And if it's in the game, it's in the game. Hope you're all ready for this one on Monday night.
Well, they don't call them the faithful for nothing, Brock. Fans numbering 70,000 strong have made the trek to Santa Clara, and they're ready to cheer on their 49ers here at Levi Stadium. Welcome to another entertaining matchup, folks. Kate Scott, Brock Ewart on the call in this one. And Brock, got a couple of running backs down on the field who can really take over their offenses when they get in the groove.
And I think that's going to be the ultimate goal of both of these offenses, right? I mean, there's just no confusion about it. They want to get their bell cow in that groove and get them going. Find that rhythm where they're ripping off chunk yardage run after run and then just keep on feeding that beast. In a game like this, whichever offense can get that rhythm and run game going first is likely going to be your winner.
Matthew Wright set to get this one started. And we're off from Levi Stadium. Return coming from the 6. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. So here come the 49ers for their opening drive. Leading them out, a player known, yes, for that draft status, but also as a great methodical passer. I know you love this guy, Brock. The last pick of the 2022 draft, it's Brock Purdy.
You know, Kate, people won't stop recognizing Brock Purdy as Mr. Irrelevant right at first, but they better start recognizing his game. He shed that label of his draft status to me long ago. He proved there is no fluke to his talent. He knows how to see it, how to feel it, how to deliver it, and most importantly, he knows how to elevate the people around him. Can't cover it much better than that really well covered, Kate, on that play. There just simply was not a window for him to sneak that throw in.
So after the incompletion, here comes the second down call. Purdy throwing here. He'll get it to Brandon Ayuk. And that will not be enough for a first down.
The goal of that little drag route is to get him for at least a minimal gain with space to add after that. That picked up a good chunk, and it was nearly a big play.
Short yardage situation here. It's 3rd and 2. Purdy setting up that play action. Escapes the pocket. He'll make a bid for it on the ground. And he's going to bring it up to the 40-yard line before he stopped. 6 yards on the play and enough for a first.
You know, that's one of those little mental Rolodex plays. Right before the snap, you know if the read isn't there, that option isn't there, you can use your legs to make the adjustment and go get the first down.
Here's the first carry for Christian McCaffrey. And he drives it up past the 45. That's the rookie from Texas A&M who took him down.
You gain that kind of yardage in the run game, and you're going to gain the trust of your offensive coordinator. Plays like that, runs like that, set the table for everything else in the playbook.
After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. From the 46. Reeled in by George Kittle. And it's going to be about a 3-yard pickup in the end. Josie Jewell making that stop.
This defense didn't give up contain there, Kate. That was an instance where the more exciting plays were taken away downfield. And even looking to the tight end wasn't going to net them much.
3rd down, 1 yard to go. Purdy to throw it. Complete beyond the marker. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your 3rd downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
Ball on the 45, 1st and 10. Whiteout's getting involved in the ground game. Doesn't get much beyond the line, a yard at most. Trayvon Merrick there for the stop. Manages just a yard on 1st down. Now it's going to be 2nd and 9.
Tried to mix in a little wide receiver carry and catch this defense on its heels. We've seen it work time and again, and it almost got there. Without that tackle, we could have seen a big gainer. But give some credit to the defense where credit is due.
Chased out to his right. And they get to him as he was trying to make something happen. And that pushes him back. Third down coming up.
All right, first sack on the board on the first drive as a defense, and now, well, now we let the chess match begin, the adjustments begin, because we know pressure leads to sacks, and sacks in this league often leads to wins.
Defense looking to defend the marker on third down. Shotgun snap for Purdy. Complete to Pearsall. And he's going to be brought down after reaching the 43.
You know, I like the completion. You never turn down a completion. That's just not the right throw to make in that spot to move the chains.
So fourth down, and out heads the steady leg of Thomas Morstead to punt. So this one will go out of bounds, and they'll start the drive inside their own 30. So here come the Panthers now for their opening drive. They'll be led out by the first player picked in the 2023 NFL Draft from Alabama. It's Bryce Young.
Watching Bryce Young at Alabama, he just made the game look so easy. One of those rare prospects where everything just feels like it's in slow motion and he's in total control. Well, fast forward to the NFL, and he took a beating early in his career. Everything must have felt like a blur. But there's no denying the promise he has as a quarterback, that high upside that made him the #1 pick overall. You know, the goal on a lot of these short throws is to simply let the receiver create some yards after the catch, that yak. Well, I think he was thinking about the yak before he actually secured the catch.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's second down. Young working from the gun. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a first down.
You know, they really love that drag route because he's one of those guys that can count on not only to make the catch, but create after the catch. If they don't close on him quickly, he can add a lot of yards before someone tracks him down.
First down now, ball at the 39-yard line. On the ground, Chuba Hubbard gets it. And the plunge up the gut yields nothing there. No gain there that time, and it's 2nd and 10.
Job one of so many D tackles in this league is eat up space. Don't get moved off your spot. But the difference makers, they just not only eat the space, they eat those runners too.
Second and 10 now. Now it'll be caught by Adam Thielen. And they're going to bring him down just on the other side of midfield. 12 yards on that play, and a good call nets him the first.
Well, that is a well-designed route right there. He really made it easy to get that pass to him. Creating space, QB receiver, deliver.
First and 10 from a yard shy of midfield. Counterplay, Hubbard. And the defense is all over this one for a big loss.
These edge defenders in the league today, Kate, they've got so much on their list to do. A huge to-do list. They got to get to the passer, they got to set an edge, and they got to stop that run game, not just on the end of the line, but in that case, right in the middle of the field.
On second down, it's Hubbard. And it's a nice game, but still not enough for the first.
Some backs are easier to tackle than others. Some, well, they just choose violence. They look for those opportunities to bust through tackles and keep those legs pumping.
3rd and 4 coming up now. Out of the gun, Young. He's on the move. Caught him deep behind the line. Oh, the ball is out! And this is picked up by the 49ers!
3rd down, you could see he may have been trying to simply do too much to help his side. It loosened his hold on the ball and gave that defense a chance to knock it free. Instead of facing 4th down, they're off the field completely.
Second drive coming up for this 49ers offensive unit. And they're certainly hoping for some better results here after that first drive ended in a punt. Football on that 47-yard line, first down. McCaffrey running between the tackles. And he's down. Looks like they made the stop at the 46-yard line. Only gets a yard there to make it 2nd and 9.
The one thing I could say positive about the execution of that play is at least he didn't go backwards.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Play action now with Purdy. He sends this one to the end zone. Too far out of the back of the end zone it goes, incomplete.
Well, the QB right there, he put it pretty close to the sidelines to begin with. And the defender, well, that was a nice job. Just simply put a hand out there and let me just encourage the ball to fall incomplete.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here. Working out of the gun, it's Purdy. That's brought in by Jennings. And they get this down to the 28. Give him 18 yards on that play, Brock, and it gets him a 1st down.
The analytics will tell you a handful of these kind of plays per game, and your odds per drive of scoring go way up.
They'll keep this drive moving and come to the line for 1st and 10. From the gun is Purdy. And this one won't be caught, but we got a flag here. Looked like there may have been some early contact before that throw arrived. So a little too much contact on the part of the defender, and the officials flag him for it. Running it after the penalty. And he'll get this across. Touchdown, San Francisco. The 49ers parlay the turnover into a lead. Christian McCaffrey, the touchdown. Well, Brock started small at first, but then he found that lane, and it was a race to the end zone from that point on.
And it takes a little bit of everybody. How many times do we hear these coaches tell us, if you're going to get a run play for a big gain, it takes the whole group, all 10 of them around him have to do their job. Got to block up front, receivers got to block on the perimeter. They all get it done, and a big chunk run follows.
PAT up and good for Moody. And the 49ers will jump out to a 7-0 lead. Out to kick it away. Here's Moody. Raheem Blackshear now to return. He stopped on the return at the 27. The Carolina offense out and ready to go for their 2nd drive. They watch their fumble turn into points, so feeling maybe a little bit of an urge to make up for that now in this series. Young on 1st and 10. Complete out to the right. And he's out of bounds, just a step short of the 40. They'll move the chains after that pickup of 12. First down now, ball at the 39-yard line. They kick the running back in motion. Finds a seam down the middle. And he pushes this down to the 42 before going down. It goes as a gain of 19 yards. And that'll be good for a Carolina 1st. That's the end of our 1st quarter. 3 more to go still on Monday night. Neither side separating much so far. Back to Levi Stadium right after this. We're ready to go with the 2nd quarter. It's Panthers football. They're looking at yet another 1st and 10 on this drive. He's got him. That's McMillan. And he's brought down at about that 27-yard line. The end result there, 15 yards and a 1st.
Yeah, these in cuts maybe aren't the hardest throws from a degree of difficulty, Kate, but it does take some courage as a quarterback to throw into congested spaces, but it can pay big dividends.
Still on the move, coming to the line for 1st and 10. They'll send him over right. Sticking to the air, it's Young. It's caught, that's Thielen. And they have this well into the red zone now at the 15. 12 yards on that play, and a good call nets them the first.
And those are the completions they rely on from their passing game.
They'll come up 1st and 10. Here's Hubbard on the give. And he sneaks this through the middle, maybe a gain of 2. Eight yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down. Hubbard again. And he runs it inside the 10 to the 9. It's a 4-yard pickup, and they need the same now here on 3rd down.
You know, that's a good run right there to keep the offense on schedule. If he can average that type of yards per carry, this guy's going to be more than all right with letting him lead the show.
Chance to move the chains here on 3rd and 4. Shotgun snap now to Young. Escapes the pocket. And he will score. It's a Carolina touchdown. The Panthers can tie it up in the 2nd after cutting into the lead. It's a Bryce Young touchdown. Great play by the QB there, Brock. The play broke down. He didn't have much of a choice other than to escape and improvise. And in the end, turned out to be the best call he could have made.
It is such a necessary tool in today's NFL for that QB to put right in his tool belt, Kate. You know, in my day, you could be a blacksmith. Right? You just do the job and stay in the pocket. Not anymore. You got to be an artist. And you got to be an artist that can create when things break down. And that's big time to get a touchdown out of it as well.
Matthew Wright for the point after. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Panthers tie this game 7-7. Ready to send this one away. He fields it from the 8. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. The San Francisco offense headed out to take over. They'll try to emphasize what worked on their last drive, which ended, Brock, in a touchdown. First down throw by Purdy. Into the hands of Kittle. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. Give him 30 yards on that one. And it brings up a San Francisco first down.
I think every quarterback around the world would agree, Kate. You love throwing a short pass to a tight end and then give that guy a chance to show off his speed in the open field. He outruns defense to make it a much bigger gain.
So the big play gets him inside the opposing 45, Brock, with a new set of downs to boot. Shotgun, handoff to McCaffrey. Into the 2nd level past the 30. And he gets this all the way inside the red zone, down at the 19. That goes as a gain of 25 yards and picks up the first.
Those unsung heroes, those big guys up front on the O-line, well, let's give them a little love right here, Kate. They don't always get the attention they deserve on broadcast, but let me tell you, they played a huge role in that big old run.
Working inside the red zone. That finds Ayuk complete. And they're going to get this down to the 4 before being stopped. That one goes for 15, and now they're going to have 1st and goal.
Well, that one was drawn up and delivered beautifully, efficiently. If it's not circled on the call sheet already, you better believe it is now.
4 downs now to get in. Here's 1st and goal. McCaffrey. Gets in. Touchdown, San Francisco. The 49ers take a second quarter lead. Christian McCaffrey, the touchdown. He would not be denied that close to the end zone, Brock. I think it might have taken 5 or 6 guys tackling him to keep him from diving across the line for 6.
Certainly a second effort touchdown, no question. The backs who become fan favorites, we've seen it through the generations, and they set the curve for their peers, are the ones who just fight through that stop. It will not be denied of a touchdown.
On is Moody for the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the 49ers break that tie and now lead by 7. Out to kick it away. Here's Moody. On the return, here's Rico Dowdle. He stopped on the return at the 27. The Panther offense headed out to the field. They've got a chance to tie this up here as they trail 14-7. They're out and set, 1st and 10. This drive will begin with Hubbard. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. That one goes for 25 yards. And it'll give the Panthers a 1st down.
Those outside runs so critical for running back, quarterback, O-line to hit their targets. They got a target area to expose that defense and make the most of it. And that offense just put on display some teaching tape for it.
Complete to Tremble. And this one's worked down to the 33 before being stopped. 16 yards on the play. And that'll be good for a Carolina 1st.
You know, Kate, over the years, I've heard defensive coordinators say, hey, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. You got to earn the right for me to call blitzes. And when you call a blitz and you don't get home and you don't hit the quarterback, you've earned nothing.
Ball at the 33 for 1st down. Running with Hubbard out of the gun. And he's got a nice run. That reaches the 26. Call it 7 yards, and now they'll have 2nd down and 3.
You know, these are the kind of runs, Kate, that a balanced game plan and a balanced offense is built on. It gets you good yardage, it sets up your play action, and it keeps that defense honest.
From the 26 on 2nd down. Short pass brought in. And he's going to be taken down near the 8-yard line. They'll have 1st and goal to go now after they gain 18 on the previous play.
Good offenses. Okay, good play callers know how to utilize their personnel. They know where they wanted them. They wanted them on a route in space where he could make that initial play comfortably, but then go to work after.
1st and goal, Hubbard. And he's only going to get 2 or 3 yards on that one. We'll get a stoppage now. Looks like we have someone banged up after that run in need of some attention. Second and goal coming up, 5 yards to the end zone. Here's Young to throw. He's on the move. And he's going to score. Touchdown, Carolina! The Panthers can tie it up in the 2nd after cutting into the lead. It's a Bryce Young touchdown. Wow, great work there by the quarterback. The play broke down, didn't really have much of a choice other than to escape and improvise, and in the end, Brock, the best call he could have made.
Yeah, and you can do it in different ways in today's NFL, right? The Tom Brady's just recently retired. He did it with his brain. He did it with his mind, but you've got to be able to improvise, as you said. You got to be able to create when a play breaks down, and when you can put 6 on the board, man, does that infuse your offensive group with confidence.
Extra point try is good by Wright. And the Panthers tie things up at 14. Wright ready to send this one away. Kickoff taken at the 3. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. The 49ers are headed back out on offense as we get a look at Christian McCaffrey. And with each team coming off a touchdown and scoring well early on, we've got the makings of a barn burner here, Brock, if they can keep this up.
Yeah, and as a quarterback, as an offense, it doesn't mean you over-try, but you just know, hey, man, our defense having a hard time slowing them down, and we've got to step on that accelerator.
It's a 21-yard gain, and that's a 49er first down. One play in, and already they're close to midfield. Running back sent in motion. Pretty throwing here on first. Brought in by Ayuk. And he's brought down right in the neighborhood of that 40-yard line. It's a 13-yard play, and that's enough for the first. Now it's Purdy. This ball's caught by McCaffrey. And not much doing. He stopped quickly.
Kate, I don't know why every once in a while I'll get these little flashbacks, but a little play like that just flashes me back to the preseason, my first preseason, where one of the veteran QBs said, hey, Brock, whatever you do, just find completions. You will never go broke taking a profit. Go get a completion. They're at a premium in this league.
Connects on the crosser. And they stop him. He's marked down along that 18-yard line. A 19-yard pickup, and that's going to move the chains.
Part of the reason I leave you pregame, Kate, and get down to that field and watch these guys throw and catch is I want to see their timing. I want to see their anticipation. That is picture perfect right there. A crossing route thrown that quickly tells me these two are on the same page.
All set up now for 1st and 10. They kick the running back in motion. Cut near the goal line. And they'll get this down nearly to the end zone. Instead, stopped at the 2. This offense in position now. It's 1st and goal. To throw again, it's Purdy. Gets it towards the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Well, you got to have a short memory in the NFL. Incompletions happen. Now you got to make the adjustment and go get the next one.
So the incompletion on first. Here's 2nd and goal. A tight end in motion now. McCaffrey can't fight past that line. They stop him at the 3.
Kate, it's amazing how fast these guys are on the field and how fast your fortunes can turn. 2nd and short run, you're feeling good about yourself. But with a negative play, well, now comes a critical 3rd down.
49ers moving quickly, trying to get their offense to the line. He's taken down. The Panthers rush gets home. Good pressure from the defense there has them trending in the wrong direction.
This defense has been trying like mad to do anything to disrupt the rhythm, get the QB off his spot. It's got to be a massive relief to see their efforts paid off on that play.
All right, timeout taken by the offense. 5 seconds left, and they could take some points into the locker room on this final play of the half. 4th down now, and on comes Jake Moody for the 49ers field goal. This only a chip shot from the right hash. Moody knocks it through, and they've taken back the lead.
I never saw a play script that ended with a field goal. It was always a touchdown that you wanted. But that's 3 points, and it's enough to give them the lead.
Well, Brock, barring the touchback, this kickoff should run out the half, so better make that return good as it's away. He's going to return it from a yard or two deep. He's hauled down on what is the final play of our first half. So we're halfway through this contest from Santa Clara, California. The hometown 49ers out in front. As we send things over to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando for the EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach?
All right, Kate, thanks very much. Back to you and Brock in a bit. But first, time for our EA Sports Halftime Report. We saw the former All-Pro Christian McCaffrey up to his old tricks in that first half. He chipped in a couple of touchdown runs as he was running with determination right from the word go.
All right, thank you, Coach, and we are back and about set to begin the second half. Out to kick it away. Here's Moody. Blackshear on the return. He stopped on the return at the 27. The Panthers and Chuba Hubbard ready to begin another drive. That passing game they went to in the first half, it's going to need to be firing to start this second half, too, as they chase this lead. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Young working from the gun. He's got it deep downfield. To the house. Touchdown, Carolina. The Panthers take the lead right away in half number 2. So that, Brock, an important score here as they move out in front.
This is the time of the game where your legs just get a little bit tired. But that was a determined-looking drive right there. They were not going to be denied, and they're able to score and take the lead.
Right on for the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Panthers take a 4-point lead. Right, ready to send this one away. Has this at the 6. They'll have decent field position to begin with here. Brock, he's tackled just beyond that 30-yard line. The 49ers and this running back headed back out for a new series. They find themselves trailing after the opening drive touchdown, and heck, it really set up to be an entertaining second half if they're able to answer here. Purdy on 1st down. Gobbled up on the right side. That's Ayuk. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. This one goes for an even 25 yards. And it brings up a San Francisco 1st down. One play in, and this drive is already into enemy territory. Trying an inside give now with McCaffrey. And 2 yards is all he's going to get before he's caught. Josie Jewell making that stop. He gets a couple on 1st, and they'll come up 2nd and 8. Going run again with McCaffrey. A nice gain of 13 yards as it brings up a 1st down.
Ooh, I like that. I really like that execution to move the chains. Now that 3rd down call that they had ready, well, they could stick it right back in their pocket for a later occasion.
First and 10 now from the 30. Shotgun snap for Purdy. Looking for a target. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up.
And right there's the danger, Kate, when you put the ball in the air. How many times do we see these coordinators, when you get a nice run, right, you gain some steam on the ground, you stick with the ground game. They don't. They call the pass, and the defense reacts, and reacts well with a sack.
Back to the line they go. It's second down. They'll empty the backfield and motion him out. Another try following the sack. Cut by Jennings. And he's stopped at the 31-yard line.
You know what I love to say? You never go broke taking a profit, and you often gain profits when you use your eyes as a quarterback. Those hitch routes, those underneath throws, oftentimes it's the eyes of the quarterback looking downfield and then taking that short completion.
On third down, Purdy. Completed over the middle. And they haul him down just a foot or two shy of the red zone.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, when you can make a play in the open field, keep them short like that, I promise you some money will follow.
He's back to throw. Kittle brings it in. And he has it down officially to the red zone at the 20. And they drag him down just in time. He's shy of that marker. We've got a turnover on downs.
You go for it on fourth down. It's got to be something from the short list of plays you expect to work every time. If that one's on the short list, I think it's got to be reevaluated. Something wasn't working on it, and it cost them the possession.
And the drive will start out with a first and 10. They motion a receiver left. To the air on first down. Young. Catch made by Chuba Hubbard. And he'll go down after fighting his way to the 32. Pickup of 12 on that play. And it'll give the Panthers a first down.
At that down and distance, this group was pretty confident a screen would get them enough yards for the first, and it did. And so long as it keeps working like that, I bet you it'll be a go-to play for them when they need it the next time.
First and 10, it's Hubbard. And they'll manage to contain him after about a 6-yard pickup. Tackle made by Jair Brown. He managed 6 on the play, bringing up second and 4.
Fans love the long ball in baseball. It's like they got the home run derby, but you know what? Talk to managers, and they will tell you small ball can win too. Singles and doubles, you add them up, you could win a lot of baseball games. Football coaches will tell you get runs of that length. It may not be a home run, it may not score points, but it can do some serious damage.
He gets it ahead, winds up with about 3. Brought down by Fred Warner. Third and a lone yard coming up. Out of the gun, Young. Pass complete to Hubbard. And his short gain gets them a new set of downs.
Just get this guy touches. I don't care how, I don't care when. Just find unique ways to get this running back the ball, and over time, he's going to make you pay.
From the 44-yard line now, first and 10. Handoff running left, Hubbard. And he won't win the race to the outside. That run's bottled up at the line. No progress on first down, and that'll bring up second and 10.
Stopped right at the line, but might as well have been a loss of yards as far as the offense is concerned. It's always humbling when you try force versus force, and the defense wins out.
Second and 10, need to get some positive yardage here. Hubbard quick on the draw. And he'll have a small 4-yard chunk there. Diamador Lenore there on the stop.
You know, Kate, these are some of the little hidden plays in a game, right? Doesn't look like a whole lot on the stat sheet, but A, it gets you good yardage, B, it sets up your play action, and C, most importantly, keeps that defense guessing.
On third down, it's Young. Complete beyond the marker. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
You know, Kate, they say a dog is a man's best friend. Well, a tight end that moves the chains on third down, that's a QB's best friend.
Ball on the 45, 1st and 10. Here's a give to Hubbard. And they bring him down around the 34. Give him 11 yards, Brock, and a fresh set of downs.
Yeah, you want to get above 5 yards to carry? Well, put together runs like that. And I'll tell you what else a run like that does, Kate. That sets up the play action, right? When you really just gouge and gash your defense like that, the next time you run that action, they're going to be thinking running the ball could go right over their head.
That pass complete to McMillan. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. How about 29 yards on that play, partner, as they get the chains reset?
Man, I love that effort, adding as much as possible to that catch while earning the first down. That's called yards after catch, and it's what coaches want from all their pass catchers on the roster.
They'll break the huddle and come up on 1st and goal. Hubbard has nothing on that run. They stand strong and stop him at the 2.
Hey, I get it on 1st and goal, right? A lot of teams like to be conservative and limit risk. Even if a run is stopped short, you still got 2, sometimes 3 downs to play with.
Ball at the 2 here for 2nd and goal. Trying it again with Hubbard. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. Give him 2 yards on the run, and that leaves them just inches short for 3rd down.
That offensive group really hoped he was going to get it all right there, reset it back to 1st down. But instead, the defense, well, they're not going to let anything come easy. And their fight is giving them a chance to stall things out in 3rd and short.
And he's in for the touchdown. The Panthers lengthen the lead at the end of the 3rd. Chuba Hubbard with the touchdown. A lot of pressure on him in that moment, Brock. Find a way to score. Don't let it go to 4th and goal. And he finds a way to come through and gets in the end zone for 6.
Now, how about the other side? Beating the defense right there as well. That group who was so close to pulling off the goal line stand, yet all that motivation wasn't enough to stop him on 3rd and goal.
Right on for the extra point. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Panthers drive their lead to 11. Right. Returning it from the 4. He's stopped on the return at the 27. This, our last play of the quarter. First down throw by Purdy. That throw finds Kittle. And he's going to end up out of bounds, which will end our 3rd quarter. Only 1 quarter remains in our final game of the week. That's the end of the 3rd. It's 49ers ball, and they're sort of in comeback mode here. They trail to start the 4th. Second down now, 7 to go. Working out of the gun, it's Purdy. Completed to his running back. And good tackle, but a flag is down, likely against the defense. Offense liked how that play went, so they choose to decline the penalty. Purdy gets this from the pistol. Ooh, almost a throw that cost him. Defender had it in his hands, but he dropped it. It's incomplete. Second down coming up.
Hey, Kate, you feeling lucky? Well, the quarterback is, because he just dodged a major turnover. That was an easy pick that was simply dropped.
Couldn't connect on first. It's second down. Ayuk put in motion left. Purdy now on 2nd and 10. That's brought in by Jennings. And he takes it across midfield and into Panthers territory.
It's not just imperative that a quarterback knows man or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone coverage like that, just settle down, find the soft spot, and give your quarterback a chance.
They're going to throw it on 3rd and long. He has the first over the middle. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
As a quarterback, when you throw that curl route, you know it's a tight window, Kate. But the minute that DB turns and can't react to the throw, you put it right on your receiver's numbers. He comes back and gets it and moves the sticks.
New set of downs for him at the 38. Running back sent in motion. That finds Ayuk, complete. And he runs this to the 25 before being brought down. It's a 13-yard play, and that's enough for the first.
The smartest pass catchers I've ever been around, they know how to set up an outcut beautifully. They recognize when they have leverage, how to sell the deep route, and then boom, they just break it out as if it's nothing.
Pretty throwing here on first. Pass is caught at the 9. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. And even 20 yards on the play, and it awards them with a 1st and goal.
Okay, I know exactly what's going to happen. I've seen it once, I've seen it 100 times. Next week on the practice field, this running back's going to say, see, I'm not just a running back. I can play receiver. And you receivers, you couldn't do my job, but I just showed you I could do yours.
Oh, surprise gift to the receiver near the goal line. And he's brought down for a loss.
Well, you call that play to surprise the defense, try to get to the goal line. But a quick adjustment by the defense, well, it kept him in position to make the stop and ruin that play.
2nd and goal coming up from the 7. They send a tight end in motion. Here's McCaffrey. And he's got them down to the doorstep inside the 5. Give him 4 on the play, partner. That pushes them a whole lot closer. 3rd and goal from the 2.
Well, you haven't given up the goal line yet, but this offense is moving closer and closer. Now might be the time defensively to get a little more aggressive, try to stick them with the loss, and make a difficult 4th down decision.
McCaffrey trying to punch it in. And he's in for the score. Touchdown, San Francisco. The 49ers now within 1 score in the 4th. Christian McCaffrey, the touchdown. His 3rd of the game on the ground. Well, Brock, you know this better than most. In baseball, it's 3 strikes and you're out. I know you experienced that a lot, but on the gridiron, you're feeling pretty happy, right? If you could strike the end zone 3 times in one game.
Yeah, I'd rather go hockey and soccer. That's just the positive guy in me. They call that a hat trick. It's worth celebrating.
Look at you.
And yeah, they should celebrate this effort.
So now, massive moment coming up for the 49ers as they go for 2. And he's got it. That gets him 2 and puts them within a field goal here late. Critical 2-point play there, Brock. The conversion puts them now in range of tying this sucker up with a field goal.
So different for everybody in the building, right? A 3-point game, and especially different for the kicker. He wasn't needed there, but get yourself ready. Your defense does the job. You may need a game-tying field goal at some point soon.
Ball is set up, and it's away. Just a three-point game now. Blackshear on the return. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. The Panthers and Bryce Young making their way back out on offense. And like we've seen from him before, Brock, he got a good game going early through the air and kept the pressure up from then on. He's still taking it to him now as we work through this second half. Hubbard trying this up the gut. And he scampers ahead and gets two on the carry. Eight yards to go. Let's see how they approach this second down. They run again with Hubbard. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
That's the type of call that offensively, man, it just builds so much confidence. I don't even think they were looking to get the first down. Just get to a manageable third down, but instead they move the chains, and that is one disheartening look on that defense.
Markers reset, ball at the 37. Here's Young on 1st and 10. Throw complete to Thielen. And he's out of bounds just past, looks like, the 40-yard line. Second and 6 coming up here. Up the middle, Hubbard. And they don't allow a lane to form. Defense taking care of that play near the line. Looks like no gain on second down, and that leads us to 3rd and 6.
So close to a big loss of yards for those guys up front. 1 second sooner, and they got a tackle behind the line, but a stop to celebrate nonetheless.
Back to throw it. That's caught for the first. And they'll have it a little shy of the 40 as he goes out. That'll go for an 18-yard gain. And that'll be good for a Carolina first. Young working from the gun. Escapes the puck. And this time they're going to get there, and they drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up.
Final quarter, this quarterback's just feeling the need to do a little extra, try to make something happen outside the pocket. The problem, defense wouldn't let them. They have that same kind of urgency. They want to make some plays of their own before they hit the showers, and they got one right there with that sack.
Offense to the line for second down. Trying again following the sack. He's on the move. He's going to keep it this time.
Just not much to do right there, whether he wanted to run it or throw it. Even if he scraped a positive gain out of it, that's still a win for this defense.
We've reached the 2-minute warning in Santa Clara. Panthers holding on to a field goal lead. This drive in some serious trouble. It's 3rd and 12. Now a run with Hubbard. And he's brought down after a short gain. Now just 4 seconds after our 2-minute warning, we've got another pause. Timeout taken by the defense. Sam Martin on now to punt it away on 4th. And he's got a good chance to really stick him deep his first time out. And that's going to pin them as deep as it can go. They're going to be set up inside their own 5-yard line. The 49ers returning their offense and this running back to the field. And they have leaned on him to get this offense to the end zone in the game, and he's delivered. He's hit pay dirt 3 times. Part of a really nice game for him so far, Brock. Been returning good value on the looks that he's been getting. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Back to throw. Brought in by Ayuk. He's out in the clear. One of the game's biggest plays right there as they get the markers reset.
Speed kills, baby. You better make that tackle right away on these receivers or you're going to get some serious yak. Those yards after catch just like that. Taking a short gain and turning it into an explosive play.
A jolt to start that drive. They're up near the 45-yard line. Running back sent in motion left. Here he is to throw. Completed here to McCaffrey. And he's going to be drugged down, looks like at that 37-yard line. It's a gain of 19 on the play. And that's a 49er first down.
This running back is a mismatch maker. That's how I label him on my little sheet right here. Right under his bio, this guy just creates matchup nightmares for every defender on the field.
Has it downfield working the left. And they can't bring him down until he gets into that red zone at the 19. They get 18 yards out of it and a new set of downs. Two timeouts remaining and some time left to use them. It's 1st and 10. Setting up to pass. He'll get this complete to Jennings. And the defense gets there to force a small loss. Everyone's prepped. It's 2nd down now. He'll look to throw it. And they got there in time. He's taken down. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
For how well they were moving the ball on this possession, surprising. Surprising to see them get caught up now. And even more surprising, Kate, to see them knock so far backwards with a sack. At this point, well, you got to get back on schedule. Maybe even a manageable 4th down if you don't get the first.
Flush down out to his left. He'll make a bid for it on the ground. A timeout now with 5 seconds left on the clock, and they're in position to force overtime here with a field goal. Jake Moody now in a high-pressure spot. So a timeout's taken, just 5 seconds left. And after the pause, we're going to see our last play of the game. Fourth down now, and on comes Jake Moody for the 49ers field goal. He hit his first one. His second one's coming from inside of 40. Looking good, and it's through. And in the final moments, they force overtime.
Overtime rested on his leg, Kate, and he got the job done. And now, well, if things go a specific way in OT, the next time we see him line up, it could be for the game winner.
Out to kick it away. Here's Moody. And he just sends it over the end zone. No threat of a return at all, but now they're going to spot the ball at the 30 to begin the drive. Young on 1st and 10. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. Well, Brock, 4 quarters, couldn't decide a winner, and now we're set up for an exciting conclusion to this contest. Overtime is coming up next. And hopefully this conclusion will be just as exciting as our opening 4 quarters. The kick is away here in overtime. That's going to be taken in at the 8. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. Now out comes the San Francisco offense. And their last drive did end in points. Not as many as they wanted, though. They had to settle for that field goal despite advancing the football pretty well. First throw of overtime now. Completed over the middle. And he'll get it up near the 38-yard line before going down. Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. They kick the running back in motion. Brought in by Ayuk near the sideline. And he'll be out of bounds at his own 45. That's good for 7 yards. And it brings up a San Francisco first down.
I know I could sound like a broken record when I talk about timing and getting the ball out on time and on rhythm, but these outcuts, it is so imperative, and the best of them make it look oh so easy.
Purdy on first down. This is brought in along the sideline. High degree of difficulty for a short gain.
As a quarterback, when you have an out route versus man coverage, you're just hoping and just praying your offensive guy could turn the hips of that defender. And once you see that, you got to cut it loose and let it go, just as they did right there.
To throw again, it's Purdy. Got a man, McCaffrey has it. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
Translatable skills, that's what you call it. So effective as a runner, but those same traits that make him a great runner, adept at getting those yards, well, he translates it now as a receiver in the open field.
Let's see how they attack this first down, Brock, from the 43. From the gun, McCaffrey. And his effort results in maybe 2 yards, but nothing more. Eight yards to go. Let's see how they approach this second down. From the 42. And he doesn't see a window he likes, so he just got rid of that one. And then brings up third down. Working out of the gun, it's Purdy. Oh, and he nearly had the interception, but he couldn't reel it in. That's the big overtime play they needed, but still, fourth down coming up.
I think if you look up in phase in the defensive encyclopedia, that is a picture-perfect form of it. He was all over him in coverage, really forcing the incompletion.
Punter takes the field on fourth down, and he sends this one flying. And he can't hurt you with a return if you just kick it out of bounds, right? This one flies out right around the 15-yard line. Offense ready to begin this drive, 1st and 10. Motion man sent left. Now he gets a shot here in overtime. That one's incomplete over the middle.
Defense doubled him, knowing that was where the pass was likely headed. A bit surprising. Quarterback still threw in that direction with how well that defense had that play covered.
So after the incompletion, here comes the second down call. Out of the shotgun, a give to Hubbard. And they'll bring him down at the 16 after a small gain. Only a yard for him that time, so now 3rd and 9. Out of the gun, Young. Toward the sideline, and he's got it. It goes as a gain of 19 yards. And it'll give the Panthers a first down.
That was a whole lot of hoofing it all the way across the field before the two tight end and QB could find a window in that zone to get him the ball. He had to earn that catch in every single yard that came with it.
They're set up at the 35 now. To the air on first down, Young. McMillan hauls it in. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot. Football on that 47-yard line, first down. Here's Hubbard on the give. And they're going to stop him after he wiggles his way forward for 2. Eight yards to go. Let's see how they approach this second down. Hubbard again. And he got it real close, but stopped just about a yard or so shy of that first down. Third down, 1 yard to go. Young on the play action. Headed out right. Oh, he's going to run for it. And he slides down with enough to pick up that first. They get an even 10 on that play. And that'll be good for a Carolina first.
You know, Kate, back in the day, we had a slip and slide at practice for moments just like that. Actually practicing how to slide and get out of harm's way. Nice gain on the play. And denied that defense yet another chance to take a shot on him.
Shotgun snap now to Young. Finds a seam down the middle. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. It's a pickup of 33 yards. And that gives them first and goal.
You throw it in the middle of the field, it's all about anticipation and accuracy. I mean, those are the two keys all the time in my book, Kate. But when you throw it in the middle of the field with all of the traffic, that's where guys with great anticipation and that tremendous accuracy come to life.
First and goal, Hubbard goes up and over for the touchdown. The Panthers take the lead in this game. Chuba Hubbard with the touchdown. So it's the Panthers who take this one on the road. And it took some extra effort, Brock, some bonus football before they were finally able to separate from the opposition and earn that hard-fought victory. This has been another edition of the NFL on EA Sports. With all our crew here and my broadcast partner, Brock Heward, I'm Kate Scott. The Panthers are winners, as we'll see you next time from Santa Clara.